Hello, Rama Rama Pupodu. Hope all are in good health, feeling very peaceful, relaxed, and happy always. Now, let's continue with chapter 12 Upalai-Pandharpur in the train. Part 1 The Devil Exorcised. From Angar, Ramdas went to Upalai with Ramcharan Das and Bhavani Shankar Rao and many others, and was put up in Govind Joshi's house as on the previous occasion. Here again he observed a water fast for 3 days. Vast crowds of people gathered round him. Govind Joshi's wife was greatly disturbed over the fast. Her motherly heart ached for him. She made several attempts to persuade him to take at least some milk during the fast, but he would not take it. Govind Joshi, in his overflowing love, presented Ramdas with a red woolen shawl and a cap of the same material, for the time was winter and cold was severe. The red shawl he gave away to Ramcharan Das. On the 4th day, all the people of the village arranged for a feast in the Vithoba's temple. People of all castes joined in the dinner. On the morning of the day fixed for the feast, Maruti, a boy who was famous for his mastery of Gita and for his wonderful intellectual powers in expounding it, requested Ramdas to pay a short visit to his house. Ramdas agreed, and in company of about 50 devotees went to his house. Along with others, Ramdas took his seat on the open veranda. Now, a woman of the house was brought out and made to sit on the yard below, in front of him. "This woman," Maruti said, "is possessed by a devil. Please have pity on her." Ramdas looked at her. A long, loose hair was hanging down over her shoulders and arms in a state of disorder. Her face was unusually red, her eyes wide open and revolving in a weird manner. When his eyes met hers, she suddenly gave vent to a shrill shriek and began to tear at her hair. Now he asked the assembled devotees to sing the name of God in a chorus. The measured cadence of the sound saturated and thrilled the air. At this, the woman became wild and furious and standing up, uttered scream after scream. After the lapse of a quarter of an hour, the singing was stopped and the woman squatted down. Maruti had adorned Ramdas with a flower garland. Taking it out and going to the woman, as inspired by Ram, he threw the garland around her neck, and leaving the place returned to Joshi's house. In the evening, after the feast, Janathan Pant, who had met Ramdas at Angar, performed her Arikatha in front of the temple, a large crowd having collected to listen to him. When the performance was in progress, Ramdas observed an old man pushing through the crowd, carrying in his arms the woman who was supposed to have been possessed by the devil. He took his seat with the woman in the temple at the back of Ramdas. The Harikatha lasted for 2 hours and he retired to the small room which he occupied in Joshi's house. Here came the old man with the woman. She prostrated before Ramdas and sat beside him. He saw a great change in her appearance. A settled calmness was on her face. Her eyes were lowered and there was a look of resignation in them. Her lips were moving automatically, as it were, and a low sound was heard to be issuing from them. Ramdas listened and found her repeating in a low tone, "Ram, Ram, Sita Ram," the names sung in a chorus in her presence in the morning. The old man who accompanied her spoke. "Maharaj, soon after you left us, this woman, who is a relation of mine, fled from the house and ran like a galloping horse, myself and another pursuing her. We had a hard race. For 2 miles she ran and then she stopped. However, we overtook her, gasping and exhausted. She cried out in a loud voice, "Oh, I cannot stay there any longer. I am unable to bear the presence of that saint," meaning Ramdas. "I am going away." Then it appears the old man asked her, "Are you sure you are leaving for good? Say that on oath." Then she said, "Mahadev, Anuman, Rama are my witnesses. I am going, I am gone." So saying, she collapsed and fell down unconscious, and the old man, with the help of others, had to convey her home. From this time, she had become her old self again. But she was still weak. For Ramdas, devils are none other than the evil passions that range in the human breast. They take possession of persons and dominate over them. The only way to drive them out is to awaken in their mind and heart the purity, light, and glory of the indwelling truth. As at the appearance of light, darkness vanishes. So, in the presence of the pure Spirit of God, the evils of the mind disappear, softening the heart with love and joy. Some of the devotees desired that Ramdas should meet them again in Pandharpur on the Kartik Ekadasi day, an important annual festival of that shrine, where they would all assemble for the occasion. So Ramdas and others, including Janathan Pant, started from Upalai and on the way halted at Shetpal, where they stopped for the night. Bhajan and Kirtan were performed by the villagers during the night. Ramdas had also the opportunity of again seeing and embracing the shopkeeper who had fed him forcibly during the last visit. That's all, folks. Let's see in the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Rama Puppodu.